However, the Jews didn't have the right to execute anyone, so they brought Jesus to Pilate, the Roman governor, and asked Pilate to allow them to put Jesus to death. Pilate thought that Jesus was innocent, but he did not want to make the priests angry, so Pilate sent Jesus to King Herod, hoping that Herod would decide whether or not to kill Jesus, but Herod sent Jesus right back to Pilate because he did not think Jesus was guilty. Pilate then summoned the chief priests, the rulers, and the people, and said to them, "I have not found this man guilty of the charges you have brought against him, nor did Herod, for he sent him back to us. Therefore I shall have him flogged, and then release him." But they shouted out, "Away with this man! Release Barabbas to us!" Now, Barabbas had been in prison for a rebellion that had taken place in the city and for murder. They continued their shouting, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate addressed them a third time. "What evil has this man done? I find him guilty of no capital crime." With loud shouts, however, they persisted in calling for his crucifixion, and their voices prevailed. So he released Barabbas and handed Jesus over to them. As they led him away, they took hold of a certain Simon, a Cyrenian, who was coming in from the country, and after laying the cross on him, they made him carry it behind Jesus. A large crowd of people followed Jesus, including many women, who mourned and lamented him. When they came to the place called the Skull, they crucified Jesus and the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. Then Jesus said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they are doing." The people stood by and watched. The rulers, meanwhile, sneered at him and said, "He saved others. Let him save himself, if he is the chosen one, the Messiah of God." Now one of the criminals hanging there reviled Jesus, saying, "Are you not the Messiah? Save yourself and us." The other, however, said in reply, "Have you no fear of God? We have been condemned justly, but this man has done nothing criminal." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." Jesus replied to him, "Amen, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise." It was now about noon, and darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. Then the veil of the temple was torn down the middle. Jesus cried out in a loud voice, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." And when he had said this, he breathed his last. The centurion who witnessed what had happened glorified God and said, "This man was innocent beyond a doubt." Now there was a virtuous and righteous man named Joseph of Arimathea. He went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. After he had taken the body down, he wrapped it in a linen cloth and laid it in the rock-hewn tomb, in which no one had yet been buried.